Hello, my name is Ina, and today we're going to talk about negative and interrogative forms in present indefinite or present simple. So if you want to know what the present simple is, please watch the other video where we talk about where we use when we use present indefinite or present simple. So, as for negative and interrogative forms, I think in other languages sometimes we do not have similarities to the way we make negative and interrogative forms. So, first of all, let's remember our positive forms. So, I, you, we, they, we just simply use the verb as it is, no additions, no changes, no endings. So I run, you run, we run, they run, for example. But he, she, and it, we have to add s ending to the verb. So he runs, she runs, it runs. So have to remember that. So if you already know that, then it's gonna be much easier for you, because what we need to do in order to form a negative sentence in present indefinite, we will have to add do or does. So do and does, if you speak a different language, and I assume you are because you're learning English as a second language, so do and does, for example, we do not translate them into Russian or into Spanish, as far as I know, or into Arabic or into Vietnamese. There is no equivalent to do or does. So what we just have to remember the rule. So do. So all these guys that do not require s endings will use do. So do. Here we have I, you, we, and they. So they all use do, which we do not translate. There is and does. Yeah, you spell it D-O-E-S, but pronounce does. He, she, and it. So if we want to write a negative sentence, we will have to use not, which is and one of those. So if I want to say he doesn't run, so I will have to say I will have to use he does not run. He does not run. So for negative sentence, we use not. So we have not and we have does, because does is related to he. He does not run. If I want to talk about myself, I will say I do not run. And I'm sure I don't know which stage of English you are right now, but you have heard about doesn't and don't. So does not can have a short form doesn't, and do not don't. And this means that this word consists of two words. So he does not run, or I do not run. So here I give an example of all the negatives. So here, hopefully you can see it. So here we have I run, we run, you run, they run, he runs, she runs, it runs. For the negatives, we have I run, I do not run, or I don't run. We run, we do not run, or we don't run. You run, you do not run, you don't run. They run, they do not run, they don't run. He runs, he does not run, he doesn't run. She runs, she does not run, she doesn't run. It runs, it does not run, it doesn't run. So this is, I think this is fairly easy. Now, if we're talking about questions, so let's put questions a little bit here. So for questions, we need to put do or does in simple questions that require yes or no answers. We need to put do and does in front of the subject. So for example, do you run? We kind of use a lot of run today. Do you run? Or do I run? Do you sleep a lot? Or do you jump? I don't know. So, do you run? If we want to ask a question about your friend, about a friend, so does he run? So we have to put does. Does he run? So this is the same rule for both negative and interrogative sentences, or negative sentences and questions. The same. Does he run? Does she run? Does it run? Do you run? Do I run? Do we run? Do they run? Just kind of have to remember. So here would be our questions. So, do I run? Do we run? Do they run? Does he run? Does she run? Does it run? So, I hope that was helpful. Have a good day.